Single dad janitor warns about a spy camera. The CEO laughs, but what he? The floors of Hamilton Enterprises gleamed like glass every morning, not because of the expensive machines, but because a one-man. Daniel Reed, a single dad and janitor, worked tirelessly with quiet pride. His calloused hands carried not just a mop, but the weight of raising his little girl, Emma, all on his own. One evening, while polishing the corners of the executive floor, Daniel noticed something odd. A small black dot tucked neatly into the frame of a painting in the CEO's office. He'd seen plenty of wires and gadgets over the years, fixing things no one else bothered to. This wasn't decoration, it was a spy camera. The next morning, Daniel waited until the CEO, Richard Hamilton, swept into the office with his usual air of arrogance. "Sir," Daniel said respectfully, "I think someone planted a hidden camera in your office. It could be dangerous." Richard let out a sharp laugh, waving his hand dismissively. "A janitor telling me about security. Don't waste my time, Reed. Just stick to your mop." His voice dripped with condescension, and the board members around him chuckled. Daniel lowered his gaze, swallowing his pride, and went back to work. But something in his gut told him not to let it go. That evening, long after the staff had left, Daniel returned with a screwdriver and removed the tiny device. What he found inside chilled him, a microchip transmitting data in real time. He tucked it carefully into a cloth and slid it into his pocket. The next day, as the board gathered for an important meeting with foreign investors, the lights flickered. Suddenly, the giant screen at the front of the room lit up, not with charts or financial graphs, but with confidential emails, salary records, and private conversations. The spy camera had been linked to an outside source, broadcasting everything. Panic erupted. Richard froze, his face draining of color. He turned toward Daniel, who quietly stepped forward and pulled the hidden device from his pocket. "This was sending everything," Daniel said, his voice steady but humble. "I thought you should know." The room fell silent. The very man they had laughed at yesterday had just saved them from total ruin. One investor stood, shaking his head in disbelief. "If he hadn't found it, your entire company would have been finished." Richard's eyes softened for the first time. The arrogance cracked, revealing something almost human. He looked at Daniel, not as a janitor, but as the man who had protected his empire when no one else noticed. And in that moment, everything began to change.